Hi friends, now we are going to explore second part of Raspberry Pi security camera with face recognition with Azure, Twilio, and AWS APIs. In part 1 we saw add person.py. This code is used to add maker employees trusted faces to Azure's person group, person create using Microsoft Cognitive Services Cloud APIs. First, create a directory full of subdirectories named after each of the people you would like to add as shown here. The more photos you have, and in a variety of facial expressions, the more accurate identification will be. This add people.py code creates people in person group of specified group_ID and adds faces to the created people in person group. Now that we have a person group filled with people with faces, it's time to train the person group by code shown here, train persongroup.py. Then we used code shown here to check training status. Person group identify Azure. Now that our project knows some trusted faces, it's time to have it identify and provide some names to the user. It takes in a list of face IDs from detect face and returns possible matches person ID and a confidence value. We will use the returned person ID to retrieve the person's name and the confidence value as a measure of acceptability. You will see the identify IDs and get name p_id in the final code. Amazon Web Services for file storage S3. As we want to use Twilio to send us photos upon movement, we need to host the photos somewhere other than locally so we can access them through a link. Azure offers a file storage service, but we weren't able to get it working on the Raspberry Pi and decided to try AWS S3. Upload photo to S3 bucket AWS. As a test, we are going to upload a photo called pic.jpg located on the desktop to our newly created bucket by code shown here. MMS messages using Twilio to test its status. This shown code twiliotest.py is used. Motion detection using PIR sensor. For the motion detection part, my setup was pretty simple. All I used was a PIR motion sensor, an RGB LED, a breadboard and a GPIO extension board. Here is the wiring diagram. Then to detect motion we used the code shown here. Now then we have all the subcomponents working, it's finally time to put it all together. The way that I designed the final code is that when it senses motion, it takes 3 photos. If it recognizes the face with a confidence value of greater than 0.7, then it sends the photo with the highest confidence with a message saying they are in the office, and it will stop detecting for 10 minutes. If there are no faces, or the face hasn't been trained in the person group, then all 3 photos are uploaded and a message is sent saying motion detected and the incident number, count, which will also be the name of the directory where the photos are stored. In this case, it will stop detecting for 30 seconds before looping again.
The final conclusion is the Raspberry Pi security camera with face recognition using Azure, Twilio and ASW overview is taken, and the article link and GitHub link is provided in description. If you want, please go through it. Thank you.